Hey guys, it's Nicole here back on this late Tuesday night. I hope you guys are all doing good out there. I am getting better. Still a bit hoarse, a little bit congested, but I feel better than I did the last couple of days. So that's a good thing. I can't wait till this is totally gone because it is annoying. But anyway, welcome back, guys. So I want to speak on this. I've been meaning to speak on this. The John Connors, out the blue sky fake ass scandal that in my opinion I feel like it was planned, and I am feeling a certain way about it. And although we may not agree with everything John Connors may have done throughout his political career, and we may criticize the Congressional Black Caucus, which he was paramount in helping to create, I still have a major problem with this. Okay? This man was behind the bill, the Violence Against Women Act of 1994. I just find it highly suspect that a man who was behind such a bill would do something like this. He was also behind the bill of the Martin Luther King Act of 1983, the Fair Sentencing Act of 2009, the Hate Crimes Prevention of 2009, the Second Chance Act of 2007, and one of the biggest ones that these devils will not touch. But I feel, and like the one LVZ has stated, I feel the exact same way. I feel they are going after him because John Connors has been pushing for years for a reparations bill for Black people. I believe wholeheartedly this is their way to say we have got to put this old man down. The Democratic Party continues to show why I'm not going back to them. I'm off the plantation. And I damn sure ain't fucking with no Republicans. They're all trying to get him out of his seat. But didn't we just have Al Franken accused of groping and all this? But now it's over. He said he's not going anywhere. But they are trying to force John Connors out of his seat. Now it is being, or has been, whispered and reported. I learned about this on Joe Scarborough's show. I just saw a clip of it. And he was talking about how folks may have it twisted because the man has dementia. Okay. So you've probably heard the jokes and the stories about, I guess he has showed up maybe in his pajamas. And I don't know if that's getting twisted with this. He was in his underwear, because that's been the media's, that's what they've been throwing out there. Okay. That he was in his underwear and the women, and he'd be in front of them. I bet you this man was probably, as Joe Scarborough said in that video clip, which he released yesterday. Well, it came on yesterday. I believe that's more believable to me than this man. Oh, he just walked around in his underwear like it wasn't nothing. Really? And then the Congressional Black Caucus, they have been accused by, some of our own people that they've done nothing, they're useless, and here they go again in their, typical fashion. They're not out there rallying for John Connors. So, and then like I just said, the liberals, they don't care because unlike, you know how the Republicans are. They don't give a rat's ass. You can say they murdered their mama, their daddy, their sister, their brother. They ain't going nowhere, and they will fight you tooth and tooth. That's one thing I will give Republicans. At least they stay on code. But you know, the liberals, you can't trust them, okay? They're not to be trusted. And this is why many black people fled the Democratic Party after Obama's administration left. And they was like, oh no, 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 no. I can't with either of them. And I am so glad. It feels so refreshing not to be a part of that bullshit. Okay. I don't believe this man did any of this at all. And the clip I'm about to play you, this just reaffirms what I just said. Now, this fucking nasty, racist, in my opinion, cunt on your left, Stephanie, whatever, doesn't even matter. You should see, well, you will see how she's talking to his lawyer. Here. It is utterly disgusting. And I know, yes, I know we're not surprised by this. Yes, I know. But we have to call it out every single time because these devils stay on code. This bitch was so fucking rude to his lawyer. His lawyer. I literally wanted to punch this bitch in the face looking at this interview. She just came out. She might as well just say, yeah, that old nigga, he did it. She might as well just said it. I would have respected her more. You know? I can't with this. I can't. And y'all out here watching MSNBC, they're just like fucking Fox Clan. Just a little bit sweeter. I don't even fuck with MSNBC, CNN. All these devils have the same damn agenda. This shit is just despicable. And I get it if you don't watch the video, but for those who do, you see exactly what I'm talking about. I literally want to knock this cunt's eyelids back. She just pissed me off just watching this shit. This is why I'm not fucking with no Democratic Party. I'm not fucking with no Republican Party. Fuck both of them. They are not for us. Get that through your head, black people. This fucking party is racist, and they will stay and remain on code with their people, their white women, their white men. They're just like the goddamn Republicans. Fuck them. And I truly believe they are doing this because they want John Conyers to be out of there. They don't want to hear nothing about reparations. They know that many of our people are waking up. We're demanding things. We're trying to change things, and they got a problem with it. Period. But I said my piece on this. You guys just got to see this shit. I mean, yes, I know in the comment section, no surprise, these are devils. Yes, I know. But I still have to put a visual with what I am saying. Just for those who haven't seen it and want to see it. It's going to make you fucking pissed off. But anyway, much respect to this brother because I know he was getting heated in this interview. He was giving it back to her. And then the funny thing is, when you go on the YouTube video of this, like to the comment section, all the fucking so-called liberals, and then you got some fucking, typical racist troll Republicans in there in the comment section. I mean, it is just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is supposed to be the party of, all the people and this and that, but let you be accused. There is no due process. This is Bill Cosby Part 2. This is all this is. So you wait all this time This man, they're saying, has dementia. And now you say something? Bitch, please. Or bitches, please. I can't with this. Anyway, let me get off of here. Let me know what you think, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Now I want to bring in Arnold Reed, attorney for Congressman John Conyers. Let's walk through this. Is your client's contention that all of the misconduct allegations are false and that the women out there are simply making it up?
Stephanie, the bottom line is...
Can you just answer that question,
Conyers,
sir? Just before bottom line, are these women lying?
The bottom line is Congressman Conyers has categorically denied any conduct that remotely resembles sexual harassment. I mean, it makes great cannon fodder for programs like this and other programs that I've been on to say, quote unquote, all these women. But what's not being reported is there are affidavits that are blacked out, affidavits that are not even notarized. There's a claim by one individual who says that she was harassed during a job interview, yet she's breaking down the door to get a job. Again, great cannon fodder, but when you say all these women, who are you talking about specifically?
Okay, well, then let's play part of a statement.
Who are you talking about specifically?
Well, I'm going to share something. I want to play part of a statement from Lisa Bloom, who represents the first accuser. And she said, quote, "We call upon Mr. Conyers and the Office of Compliance to release my client from her confidentiality agreement so that she may have a voice to tell her own story. Basic fairness and decency dictate that if Mr. Conyers can speak publicly about the matter, the woman should be free to do so as well." So that, to me, would make a lot of sense. I would think Congressman Conyers would want that. Let's get all of this information out in the open.
I would think, Stephanie, in all due respect, that this individual, if that was the case, would have had legal counsel before this alleged agreement was signed. So I would think, going back to when this agreement was signed, that would have been thought about, or it would have been thought about
all
that
right, well, sir,
I'm going to take this
second.
matter to trial.
If this woman was harassed, hindsight is 20/20.
Allegedly harassed.
Okay,
you don't know that for a fact. Well, allegedly harassed.
Then it's
let's get the
easy
facts
for us
straight
to
now.
say
in fairness, let's get the facts straight.
All right, then. Then would you and Congressman Conyers support releasing her NDA, letting all this information out in the open?
What I would support is John Conyers continuing to do the right thing for himself, for the public, and the constituents that he represents. Congressman Conyers has indicated from day one that he is not guilty of these allegations. A number of individuals I've spoken to have said that they've been in that office 20, 30 years. These allegations did not happen. What I would support is individuals who say that they have been harassed when some type of agreement is put in front of you, and I've been doing this for the better part of 20 years. If you say you were harassed, don't sign it. Go to trial.
All right,
so
then
we
yes
wouldn't
or no?
have these conversations about, well, should they have not signed, or should we go back some 10, 15 years ago and say that, can we let somebody out of a settlement agreement? You shouldn't have signed it if you say that you were harassed, you want your day in court. That's how it works.
All right,
Stephanie.
then alas, here we are. Would the congressman support releasing her from her confidentiality agreement so she could tell her story?
It's not a matter of the congressman supporting.
Please answer yes or no.
It's not a matter of the Congress that you want me to answer what you want to answer, and that cannot be answered in simplified fashion like you want me to do. What the congressman supports is the truth coming out. He supports a full investigation, and what he supports and is looking forward to is when this investigation is completed, that he's cleared like we anticipate that he will be.
The Detroit Free Press is saying that the reason they believe he should step down is because taxpayer dollars were used around this settlement. What do you think about that?
What I think about is that did the Free Press, in all due respect, report that there were affidavits that were blacked out, there were affidavits that were not notarized, that one of the alleged individuals who claimed that she wasn't sexually harassed, but that John Conyers talked to her in a manner that she didn't like, 3 or 4 weeks ago, she was in the office laughing and joking and volunteered to testify in an unrelated matter from Mr. Conyers. Is that the newspaper that we're speaking of, Stephanie? Did they report that?
All right, well, I'm just going to leave it there, but I'm going to say, you know what? There's a lot of women who've been harassed over the years, who are forced to go back and go to work because they want to have bright,
and I agree with that. I've represented a number of them.
They want to have bright, big careers.
I've made a career in representing a number of those women, and I've represented them to give them a voice. So you get no disagreement, and all due respect from me at that point. But when you're speaking about Congressman John Conyers and you're using his name, we have to understand that this is a due process situation, and at the end of the day, the investigation will take whatever course that it takes. He's going to be cooperative. And of course, these allegations are serious. No one is making light of these allegations, particularly me. I've made a career off of helping women access the judicial system where there certainly are unfairness. There certainly roadblocks to women's rights, and it definitely needs to be improved. But when you're talking about Congressman Conyers, in that same breath, you have to indicate that he has a right, just like the accusers, he has a right to due process, he has a right to see this thing through, and he has a right to defend himself.
He absolutely does. A lot of women have laughed on the outside, and they've cried on the inside. Arnold, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Attorney.